Ethan Harper built his life with the same precision he applied to constructing buildings, with dedication, perseverance, and an unwavering pursuit of excellence. At 38, he led the top construction company in Oakwood, employing over 200 people and managing projects across 3 states. His calloused hands told the story of his rise from a humble laborer to a successful entrepreneur. 15 years ago, he married Sophia Lang, the daughter of the town's former mayor. At 35, she was once considered a prime catch in Oakwood. Blonde, ambitious, from a respected but impoverished family, her lineage carried weight despite empty bank accounts. Their marriage appeared flawless to outsiders. Sophia played the role of a thriving businessman's wife impeccably, hosting charitable events, maintaining their grand home on Oak Ridge. But Ethan noticed changes. Her touches grew cold. She vanished for hours without explanation, and made lavish purchases for no reason. Their son, Lucas, 14, was Ethan's pride and joy. The boy inherited his father's work ethic and his mother's wit, excelling in school and sports. Ethan coached his baseball team, and weekends were spent tinkering in the garage, a tradition Sophia had long abandoned. An unexpected pregnancy stirred unease. After 14 years and losses, they thought Lucas would be their only child. 6 months ago, Sophia shared the news. Ethan was overjoyed, but she seemed distant, anxious. Dr. Samuel Whitaker had cared for the Harpers for over a decade. A kind-eyed, silver-haired physician in his 60s, he delivered countless babies in Oakwood, earning a reputation for gentleness. Given Sophia's age and history, he monitored her closely. Waiting for the appointment, Ethan compared these months to her pregnancy with Lucas. Then she glowed. Now, she seemed withdrawn, blaming mood swings. Ben Riley, Ethan's partner and childhood friend, noticed oddities too. At Harper Building, Ben handled finances while Ethan managed construction. He mentioned seeing Sophia in town at odd hours, smiling at her phone over coffee. "Something's off, man," Ben said over drinks last week. "My wife saw her at a cafe with a stranger." Sophia jumped like she'd been caught. Ethan brushed it off, but doubt took root. Sophia's behavior grew erratic. Late returns from shopping without bags, private calls, disinterest in preparing for the baby. On the appointment day, she was silent, barely ate, and fidgeted nervously. Ethan's suggestion to celebrate afterward met with indifference. In the waiting room, he suppressed unease. His instincts, sharp in business, whispered. His life was on the brink. In Dr. Whitaker's office, Sophia lifted her blouse, revealing her rounded belly. The gel's chill paled against her fear. She dreaded this day. The ultrasound could expose her secret. The affair began 8 months ago, almost by chance. Victor Kane, a 32-year-old developer from a state capital, with dark hair and a charming smile, caught her eye at a charity gala. Unlike Ethan, always dusty and talking regulations, Victor dazzled in tailored suits, discussing investments and luxury properties. Sophia yearned for a bigger world, city's glamour, wealth not earned through toil. Victor pursued her. Flowers arrived when Ethan was at work. Messages brimmed with promises. They met at the Grand Oak Hotel, 40 minutes away, surrendering to passion that made her feel alive. The pregnancy was a mistake, born of recklessness. The timing didn't align. 3 weeks before her last intimacy with Ethan. Whitaker moved the probe, his brow furrowing. Sophia watched him. "Is everything okay?" she asked, voice steady. He didn't answer immediately, calculating. The fetus's development pointed to an earlier conception. In 40 years, he'd seen this. Awkward pauses, nervous wives, trusting husbands. But not with people he'd known for years. Ethan, in the waiting room, skimmed work emails. Harper Building was tackling a major hotel project to cement their reputation. Ironically, Sophia's betrayal unfolded in a similar place. Ben texted about an investor, Victor Kane. Ethan noted to check later. Lucas, at school, dreamed of the baby decorating a room with cartoon heroes. Ethan smiled, unaware his son's world would soon shatter. Whitaker set the probe aside. "Mrs. Harper, the dates don't align. Conception was about 26 weeks ago, not 23. Sophia paled. "We need to speak with your husband," he said. "This concerns you both." As he left to fetch Ethan, Sophia closed her eyes, bracing for the end. Dr. Whitaker's hands trembled as he approached the waiting room. In 40 years, he delivered hard news, but never so personally. The Harpers were patients since Lucas's birth. Ethan built his clinic's annex. "Mr. Harper, can we speak privately?" His voice was steady, but Ethan caught the strain. In the office, Whitaker gestured to a chair. "Ethan, this will be hard, but you deserve the truth," he began. "The ultrasound shows a discrepancy. Conception occurred 26 weeks ago." Ethan frowned. "What does that mean?" "The baby couldn't have been conceived when you were together," Whitaker said softly. "You were in Denver." Blood drained from Ethan's face. Denver, 3 weeks in January, calling Sophia, dreaming of home. "You're sure?" Whitaker nodded, checked 3 times. Thoughts swirled. Sophia's oddities calls coldness. It clicked. He thought of Lucas, expecting a sibling. "What now?" he asked himself. "Protect yourself and Lucas," Whitaker said. In the exam room, Sophia lay knowing all. "Show me the ultrasound," Ethan said. The screen confirmed, healthy but not his. "Sophia, Ethan, I can explain?" "No," he said coldly. "You can't." "We're going home," he said evenly. "Tell me who he is." They left. She tried to speak. He stayed silent. His mind shifted to Lucas, the business, the betrayer. Ethan built an empire on calculation. Now he dismantled the betrayers, personally, ruthlessly. That evening, in his office amid awards and photos, Ethan saw the illusion. Sophia locked herself away. Lucas did homework. He opened his laptop, researching. Victor Kane led Kane Development, a glossy site showcasing luxury projects. Photos, charismatic, polished. His profile confirmed attendance at the gala. Married to Emma Kane, an attorney with 10-year-old twins, $1 million home. Destroying families. For a week, Ethan lived normally but gathered data. He told Ben, Sophia had complications. He hired Rick Moran, an ex-cop turned infidelity investigator. 3 days later, photos, reports, weekly Grand Oak meetings, paid from their account. Lies, shopping, visiting her sister. Victor planned to leave his wife, take Sophia and the child, with half Ethan's assets. The betrayal's depth stunned. Lucas prepared the nursery, joyful. Pain but resolve. His son deserved better. Sophia grew nervous, but continued meetings. Ethan's respect vanished, a manipulator. On Friday, he decided, no scene, but a public unmasking with consequences. Reviewing reports, Ethan felt satisfaction from a perfect project. They underestimated him. The hunt began. 2 weeks later, Ethan sprang the trap. He planned meticulously, as with construction, but for destruction. Rick uncovered. Kane Development was debt-ridden, cutting corners on safety, environmental rules. Evidence went to authorities. Ethan met Victor, posing as a partner. At Oakwood's club, Victor shone. Heard great things, will do big things. Ethan recorded admissions of violations. They agreed on site visits, evidence collection. Sophia, nervous, skipped her appointment, seeking excuses. Victor dismissed her fears. Ethan, with attorney Tom Blake, protected assets, restructured the company. Lucas, joyful, painted the nursery. Rick revealed. Victor would leave his wife. Sophia planned divorce, a move funded by Ethan's wealth. They'll face reality, Ethan smirked. At night, the plan perfected. Gather, protect, wage war. Monday was warm. Ethan called environmental and tax authorities with evidence. Then Emma Kane, your husband's cheating with my wife. I have proof. At a cafe, he showed photos, receipts, ultrasound. Emma composed, ironclad, I'll file first. They coordinated, divorce, custody, audits. By noon, Ethan was home. Sophia feigning ease, good morning. We need to talk. He laid out evidence, photos, receipts, ultrasound. She paled. Ethan, I can explain. No. I know. Victor, the hotel, the child, your plan. She sobbed. He was cold. Victor's under investigation. His wife filed. Assets frozen. Her phone buzzed. Victor, it's collapsing. She realized. Packed by the time Lucas is home. Only through lawyers. The family. Not ours. He left to make calls, feeling peace. Justice prevailed. Within 24 hours, the web of lies crumbled. Agents raided Victor's office. Seizures, headlines. Emma froze his accounts. Sophia, in a hotel, couldn't reach Victor. He panicked. Ethan knew. We're done, she said. Tax probes began. Investors fled. Sophia's sister refused her, parents condemned. Ben spread the truth. Oakwood sided with Ethan. Lucas took it maturely. Will Mom come back? No, but we're a team. Rick, Victor stole for the affair. An arrest warrant. Cameras caught his shame. Sophia watched on TV, grasping the cost. By Friday, Victor was detained, his business bankrupt, Sophia alone with minimal assets. Ethan reviewed, traitors punished, he and Lucas could rebuild. 3 months later, Oakwood lay under snow, the scandal fading. Victor served 7 years. His daughters thrived with Emma elsewhere. Sophia bore Eva in December alone, in a tiny apartment, working as a cashier, scraping by. Her dreams of luxury turned to poverty. Her family was distant. Ethan thrived. Divorce in January, new contracts. Lucas showed resilience. They bonded, hiking, building. Will you remarry? Lucas asked. Maybe someday. Whitaker, retired, met Ethan for coffee, discussing truth's weight. Sophia changed. Work Eva counseling. Meetings with Ethan were polite. Lucas saw Eva under supervision. By summer, Ethan reflected. Pain freed him from lies. 2 years later, the story was legend. Victor, in prison, faced consequences. Sophia rose to assistant manager. Eva grew healthy. She and Lucas were polite, but distant. They attended her college graduation, a closure, not reconciliation. Ethan found love with Pearl Downing, a kind widow, slowly building something real. Lucas approved. Harper Building grew to 400 employees. Ben became a partner. Whitaker remained a beacon of honesty. Rick gained fame as a truth seeker. In June, on the terrace, Ethan hosted friends, Ben, Pearl, Tom. Regrets? Pearl asked. None, a lesson. Satisfaction, from ruins, something better. Justice, through truth, prevailed. Life stood on rock, ready for the future.